I love JoJo's Part 3. As you can see, 1 through 10 right there, significantly longer than JoJo's Part 1 and 2. But does not mean it's worse. I liked the Monster of the Week feel it gave. It reminds me of like early Justice League, where you have every single week you sit down, you watch this episode. Who are they going to defeat next? Or, who's actually going to join their force next? What's their new buddy? It's just awesome. It makes me feel good, and it's great. I loved how at the end of each book, Araki has a little interview at the end. One of the interviews, he talked about how he wrote Jotaro. He wrote Jotaro as this Clint Eastwood kind of character, who's very silent, who's very serious, and I think it turns out really well. He kind of turns into a little bit of cardboard box here and there. He's not too interesting, but the aura factor's there, so who cares? I think then with one of the stands that takes over kind of Jotaro's face and look and appearance, mistaking his personality as Jotaro being a more hyper, more kind of freakish out dude, and that being kind of the reveal to characters to actually give suspicion that Jotaro is not actually Jotaro. I thought that was really interesting. I think Joseph is probably a better character in Part 3 than his own part. Him being a more wiser, older man who understands that he is not as strong as he's used to, but he's still as cunning. And he doesn't have as many cunning moments in Part 3, obviously, because Jotaro is the main character, but you still see it shine. It's still there. And actually using Hammond in like the final fight and not just completely throwing Hammond away was awesome. What else did I like? The like almost homoerotic feel between all the characters just is amazing. I love that they're all buddy, especially towards the end. The allies they lost, they truly feel it, and they truly talk about it. They're not afraid to cry in front of each other. It's awesome. You see them go from complete strangers to like blood brothers over these 10 volumes. I think it's amazing. The design of these characters, especially with the stands, I found super interesting. When it came to like naming the stands, having them be cards and then like gods of Egypt, I think worked really well, and especially in the favor of how the stands work goes into what card or what god they're based off of. Very loosely, of course, but it still works. And then the final fight, that's pretty much like the entire 10th book between Dio and Jotaro. It builds up over the 9 books, of course, and it pays off so well. Like, both having the real reveal of both of them using the exact same stand, but Jotaro being able to outsmart him, almost like he gets it from his grandfather. It's amazing. I can't really think of anything else to talk about, so yeah, that's it. I love JoJo's Part 3. See ya.